Oh shit. I'm gonna get real dirty on this job, if you know what I'm saying. What is going on, guys? Back with another video, working on the Is300 today. It has been quite a while since I filmed a video, even though I've had videos like coming out on a regular basis. They've just been stored up. So it feels great to be filming another video back in the shop with the Is300. I love working on this car. I love making videos for you guys about this car because it gets really good views. So today we're actually going to be doing an oil change on the Is300, as well as a much needed changing of the spark plugs in this car. It's starting to develop like a slight little bit of a misfire, not all the time, but just like every now and then I've noticed a little bit of a misfire. And it's possible, I haven't seen the spark plugs yet, but it's possible they're could be leaking a little bit and losing some compression, because it feels like it is starting to lose a little bit of power too. So hopefully it's just the spark plugs. I'm like 99% sure it is, but we'll see when we take them out. Hopefully if they look really bad, we'll be like, yep, that's what it is. So we're gonna get to it. I'm gonna throw this bad girl up on the lift, and we're gonna get started on this freaking crap. You know what I'm saying? So I got the oil draining out of the car right now. It's just kind of chilling right here, draining itself out. And I just got off the phone with my buddy Christian. He's gonna help me film this video, which is really sick, because it's kind of a little bit of a hard video to film anytime you're doing stuff with like oil, because like my hands get dirty and then my camera is clean and I don't want to like mess my shit up, so I have to constantly take my gloves on and off. Just like the struggle of filming a YouTube video that has anything to do with cars, like they come out looking so much easier than they are to film. But yeah, so my buddy Christian's gonna come over here and help me film this video. And Christian actually just got a really sick new, well, it's not that new, that's a hint, Japanese lightweight rear-wheel drive car. So go put a guess down in the comments what you think it is. So I just took this oil filter off, and it wouldn't really be an oil change job without getting a little bit messy. And of course this thing's like, it's up in there like at a 45, so I spilled some oil all over myself. Forgot to film it, but oh well. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil on here. Seal that up.
You got it.
Yep, I think I got it.
Nice.
It was a little bit slippery, so I had to take my gloves off. I'm going bear skin just to get the full, just to get it exactly how I wanted. I had to go bear scan, right, Christian?
Right, gotta stay bare.
The otherwise it's just too much lubricant, if that can even happen.
Oh, there's such thing.
Oh shit. I'm gonna get real dirty on this job, if you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna go ahead and give her a wipe down. Make sure I can get a grip on her. Try to wipe off some of that shit, you know what I'm saying? Alright, I got the whole thing ready to go. Now we're gonna put some more oil in it. I'm using the daggum Pennzoil. This is a sponsored video by Pennzoil, because here on this channel we have 1 million views and they pay us $30,000 to put this in here.
Right.
Just kidding, not the case. I use Pennzoil because that's what it's had in it its whole life, and the guy before me, so I don't want to change it up and do something different. I want to make sure that's going to drain in there okay. Is that coming out the bottom?
Of the car?
No, like right there where it's... Okay, it's not, never mind.
Oh.
I was worried if the way this funnel was hitting like the top of the thing, I didn't want it to like stop the flow of it and then it pour out onto the top of the motor. Engine. I know people get mad about calling this a motor. There's some people out there that just...
Is that not a motor?
I don't know. I've heard like crazy people say that like a motor is like an electric motor and that this is like an engine, you know, but so many people call it a motor. Let me hear in the comments, guys, is this an engine or is it a motor? And like, if you're one of those people, tell me why it's only called an engine and not a motor. So now that we did the oil change on the car, it's time to throw these bad freaking spark plugs in there, which is going to be a little bit of a job on this car, because you have to, after we take this cover off, like the throttle body runs over it and stuff like that. So we gotta take all that off, whereas like on a normal car, most other cars, you don't have to do that sort of stuff. Now that I got this cover off this thing and you can actually see the throttle body and everything, this is what makes this job a little bit more difficult than say like a normal 2J where it wouldn't have this. It would just have the turbo on this side. Yeah, wait. RBs are over here. Yeah, turbo on this side and then just a big intake manifold and everything over here, and you wouldn't have this running across it. But because this runs across it, we have to take this throttle body off. And to do that, we have to undo a couple sensors. So looks like first thing I gotta do is this sensor, and then maybe this sensor right here, and then there might be a couple more. As I see them, I'll let you guys know. We have to undo this throttle cable and a couple bolts, and then we can pull this throttle body off the car and actually get to all these spark plugs underneath all this. Taking this throttle body off to get to these spark plugs is kind of a little bit of an ordeal. So I think I might have figured out a way to do this a little bit differently. And what I'm gonna do is, since this has a little bit of wiggle room in it now, and all we gotta do is get to here, I'm gonna take this spacer off, and we might actually be able to just come straight in between these two and not have to take all this off, because this right here is a coolant hose too, I believe. So if we did that, then we'd have to deal with our coolant and the whole 9 yards, so that would be a little bit more of a job. It's gunky, but it's not that gunky.
It's not that bad.
Threads are pretty dirty, so hopefully it's not maybe losing compression through that. But I think that's kind of a normal amount of dirt on the threads, but maybe not actually. I know this part out here when we pulled Patrick's was a lot more black, so that don't look too bad. But I haven't really pulled too many spark plugs, so I know I'm gonna hear in the comments that like, dude, those are not bad at all. What are you freaking talking about? Or
why are you changing them already?
Or those things are the worst thing ever, and dude, you should have changed those 100,000 miles ago or whatever. You know? I hear everything in the comments, and I'm always an idiot. Always.
Always.
It doesn't matter if it's something I actually know what I'm talking about, or if it's something I have no idea what I'm talking about, and people think I do.
People in the comments know what's up.
Yeah.
They know what's right.
They know exactly what's going on.
Thanks to y'all.
No, I'm not gonna diss the people in the comments anymore. So here we got the new one. This is the NGK iridium, and these should be, they say IR, so these should be iridiums too. They look the same, but that's the difference. So I just got all the coil packs back in. The spark plugs are in. All of them are fresh and good. I got the bird seat out of there. Man, that was just a really rewarding sight after trying to do this wrong, like for hours straight, doing it the wrong way. To see it all in there now is just like really, really exciting. Guys, just please, if I can't tell you anything else, just don't do shit the wrong way. Just take it from me. Don't do stuff the wrong way. Don't do it. It just is more work. Just do it the way that seems harder, if that makes sense. That you know is right. It's always easier sometimes. I don't know. So I got everything put back together for the most part, and then when I was trying to put my intake back on, I barely had moved this this vacuum hose out of the way to get this connector, like it was kind of resting on it. I barely touch it and the thing popped off. It was super dry rotted, and this whole vacuum hose just popped off. I'm like, shoot, dang. You know, I wanted to start this thing right now. So it's the next morning now, and I went to the auto parts store and got some goodies to fix this vacuum hose. They didn't end up having exactly what I need, like specific part number to fix it, and I was just gonna get some hose to fix it, but then I found this. If you look down inside there, hopefully you can see. You guys can't really see down inside here no matter how close I put this to the camera, but there's a little like restrictor down inside this hose. So I was just gonna get some hose and put it like normal hose from the from there to there, just to have it like a regular vacuum hose. But since this has this little piece in it, I thought that was kind of important. So what I'm gonna do is I got some hose to go over the end where this broke, and I'm gonna be able to keep that piece in there because I'm just gonna put a hose clamp over this and then a hose clamp over the new hose to put on there. I'm only doing this temporarily because I need my car today, and then I ordered a new factory hose that they're gonna have by later. But just for right now, so we can start this thing up, make sure I do my spark plugs correctly, just a quick little fix like that with a hose should be like totally good enough to, you know, fix it for now. So this is my little temporary fix. You can see I have the factory hose right here where it goes normally, and then where it broke, I just put this new piece of hose on top of it and then put a hose clamp over that. Starts. Seems to sound okay for the most part. It sounded a little bit weird when I first started it. Alright, so I got the oil changed, I got the spark plugs in now, I bled the coolant after having to take the throttle body off. There was a little bit of air in the system, so I was able to get a little bit more coolant in there. It's insane though, after running this thing for a minute with this new spark plug, just how much smoother the engine feels, even just like revving it from the throttle body. I think that's gonna do it for this video, guys. If you made it this far in the video especially, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.